Hello, visionary, and welcome to your Big Vision Envision Day 2. Sorry, I was trying to see what was going on. If we're going to make it on Instagram, I don't know. We'll see if it works today. So, I have so much information for you guys today. And I have some really good news. I have been blown away by your feedback, by your comments, by your homework. And I have a little bad news. We cannot do any music anymore on Facebook because there are certain countries that won't then play our video. So unfortunately, today we're not going to have any video or music. So we're going to have to just have our own little music party. So that was a weird change they had going on in Facebook. So if you are jumping on, please say hello in the chat, where you're tuning in from, and how's the weather where you are. I want to thank you guys for everybody who posted your homework so we could get a sense for what you're manifesting, so we could get a sense for where you are in your human design journey, and that's really going to help the content for today. So please let me know where you're tuning in from and who is here so I can get a sense of if my chat is working or not. So we had actually quite a beautiful day today. Hey, Vicky, it's cold and rainy where you are? Hey, it's balmy in Wisconsin. Hi, Debbie. Well, I know Debbie is in LA. Well, are you in LA today? It's kind of nice weather here. Hi, Nikki. Cold and rainy, South Carolina, getting up to the 60s. Now, if you are listening to the replay, please type in hashtag BVE so I can connect with you when you're listening to the replay. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been going back through and making sure that I connect with each one of you and hear a little bit about your journey. So please let me know. If this is the very, very first time you are catching a live today, please, I want to welcome you and say hello and welcome you to the community. Please type in A1. And today, I have so much information to give you. So much is downloading right now about human design and manifestation and how to bring forward all of this information. And so, as you know, I'm going to do my very best to give you everything I can today. And human design is a vast, complicated topic. I'm going to do my very best to break it down simply and also provide complex nuggets for my advanced students. I do want to let you guys know I'm going to introduce some of our classes that we're going to be doing for the new year. A lot of you have already been reaching out saying you're excited and want to join in the classes. You want to go deeper. Some of you want readings. I'm going to tell you how you can get live readings from Davidian. He has a couple openings, and I'm going to share that with you as well today. But first, I want to start where I left off yesterday. I need to get my tea. So welcome everybody who is here live. I'm super grateful for you guys for showing up live, because when you show up live, what you are doing, and of course those listening to the replay as well, a lot of you were listening to the replay and commenting and doing your homeworks. But when you show up live, and everybody who's here now and everybody who's connecting in, we're building a collective field of focus, of inspiration, of new vision, and of building a foundation to jump off of for the new year, which to me is very exciting. So I want to start today with where I left off in my story yesterday and transform it in a way so you can see it based on your human design chart. So much of my journey when it comes to manifesting and money has gone in cycles of boom, crash, boom, crash. I wish I had a rags to riches story. I see so many people who I really admire who have had these moments of desolation and breakdown, and they have breakthroughs on the inner, and their whole world changes, and they step into massive wealth, and they forever leave behind the wounds of the crash. That unfortunately was not my story. As you heard yesterday, I had extreme peaks, and I had then extreme crash in burn financially. I've gone through all different types of credit situations in the past. Not quite bankruptcies, but that level. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is to put it into context. So yesterday I told the story about the breakdown that caused my guides to come through on new levels. There are 18 beings of light in the blue vibrations of love and coming through the ascendant masters. This breakthrough and spiritual awakening that happened to me 2 years ago, and I'm just still receiving and learning and getting more and more downloads from it, happened from another financial crash. Now, why do you ask? Have I been getting so many highs and lows based on my human design? That is what we're going to talk about today. The spiritual component comes from the rave cosmology. It comes from a trigger. The trigger happens in the wounding. That wounding brought forward a huge awakening. So then the pain and the loss becomes a gift. And when you're able to perceive the gift in that way, you have courage to walk forward into new directions of your life, because you know if you fail, or you have absolute catastrophic failures, breakdowns, financial losses, there's something big coming from that, something you could never fathom. And that is my life now. My life being guided by the divine source, my life waking up in alignment with my design, meaning I get to move and grow and shift each day in a new direction based on my alignment. So huge gifts came from that crash. Now, why was I having the highs and the lows, you ask? Well, Vicky kind of nailed it yesterday when she said, I see that in your gate 14, in the line 1 and the line 4. And I was like, Vicky, don't be giving away my day 2 intel. Because she was exactly right. My hanging gate 14, and I'd like to know who has a hanging gate 14 or the channel 214. When you are a projector, and you are out there and you do not know you are a projector, and you are hustling, and you have a hanging gate 14 and a line 1 and a line 4, what's happening is you are absorbing and amplifying a distortion on how to handle the financial resources. Because of that line 1, whenever I was getting projected on or the heresy happened and I was getting burned at the stake, I tore apart my foundation and had to start over from scratch. That was the wound. The wound came in, and then the cycle repeated and repeated as I did not understand that I was a projector. Now you say, well, 2 years ago, Raquel, when you had that financial investment and the crash and the guides came in, you did know you were a projector. And what was the difference? The difference at that time was that it did not affect my foundation at all. I had enough wisdom in the projection field. I had enough wisdom in being a projector, splenic projector, that I knew not to disrupt my foundation with this particular crash. It could have destroyed me. It was a lot of money. It was a life savings nugget that I had been working on. I healed all of the debt, and it really could have destroyed my entire foundation. But instead, I knew enough. I knew enough about the absorption of the undefined sacral, the distortion of that energy. I knew not to then hustle. I knew then not to make something happen, but to feel completely the loss, to accept in my body, to forgive, to heal, and to allow for the opening of the new guides to come in. You see, the money is just an illusion here. And when I bring forward the information of the money gates and the channels and the manifestation, there's something you need to know about me as a teacher. And that is that I see manifestation as a reflection of what is our divine nature. I am not after the ego drive. I'm not after the material gain. I'm not after making money just to make money. That's also the gift of the 14-1, the gate 14 in the line 1, which is about money not being everything. And to me, the true gift of manifesting is awakening the spiritual transformations while knowing when you do that, you will be provided for. Now, there's a big wound in the spiritual community about giving away all of your material belongings and giving away money, because in the spiritual realms, we don't have to deal with the money and the finances. And because somewhere along the way, we were all monks or nuns, or we were all having that spiritual dedication. Probably, if you're here with me today, in some past life, you've been working on your spiritual development, your spiritual growth, and you know that when you die, you do your life review, it's never about how much money did you make, who did you push down to get to the top. Well, I mean, it's about that, but in the negative, right? Let's review what you did to get there. Let's review that. Who did you hurt? Now let's feel what they felt. It's not money for the sake of money. I don't teach that. It's knowing you have enough to invest in what you need. It's knowing you have enough to build the foundation you need. It's knowing that you have enough to live your truth. It's knowing that you are provided for in order to be courageous enough to bring your gifts to the world. It's knowing that you get to wake up in response. You get to wake up in recognition. You get to wake up in success and satisfaction when you align to your truth, and you do not have to sacrifice, particularly for my generators. This is a huge point. You do not have to sacrifice the commodity of your energy in order to make the money. That is the transformation that the projector leadership is providing now. Before we shift to the 2027, you need to get this. Otherwise, you're going to be in a lot of frustration, a lot of struggle, and just watching someone who makes $1 million. That is not the person you want to go to just because they're rich. It's who are they on the inside? What have they transformed? What gifts have they arrived at? What kind of alignment are they? And are they human? Do they have issues? Do they sometimes wake up and eat Doritos and watch Netflix and, aren't in their highest? Yes. We're all human. We all have our parts that aren't perfectly shiny. But you want to know, how is that person holding their frequency of alignment with their authenticity? And the wealth is on the inner. The wealth is all of the things in their life. Not just how hot they are, not how skinny they are, and not what kind of car they drive. It's not about that. It's not about that, and it never was. And the minute you grab on to needing material gain for the sake of material gain and doing whatever it takes to get on top, you create a cycle where you have to keep coming back to earth over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. In my opinion, that's what's going on. You may or may not agree with me. But when we're talking about manifestation, you are here to bring in bigger aspects of yourself and bring your gifts forward. If you have a dream to write a book, you are here to do it. If you are ready to start your own business, to be a healer, all the things, those big visions and dreams are here to be downloaded for you to take action into. And you need to understand your human design in order to do this. So circling back around to my experience with the 14, I have the 14 in the line 1 and the 14 in the line 4. So every time I was absorbing, amplifying distortion of the finances, there was a crash and a dismantling of the stability that needed to be there with the 14-4. So what I want to ask you all now is, who has an undefined sacral and who has a defined sacral? Please type it in the chat and please let me know. So what I'm seeing is, I know that we are live on YouTube and maybe Instagram, but I'm only seeing the chats coming through on Facebook. So I just want to let you guys know that if you are live and you are typing your chats, I will go back and I will look at them. So I can connect with everybody who's here and in the community and resonating with the material. It's very important to understand whether you have that gate 14 off a defined or undefined center, or if you don't have it. Okay. Now, I would like to also talk about the gate 2. So let's go ahead and bring in the whole frequency of the 214. Okay. So I want you guys to let me know who has the 2 and the 214. And believe me, if you don't know this, we are in the Facebook group to help you out. Okay, we saw a lot of your comments, a lot of you people, a lot of you knew and a lot of you didn't. We're going to go back through if you have any questions about this. Okay, the gate 2 is the receptive. Now, if you have no 2 or 14, so we're either going to have a defined 2, defined 14, the full channel, or nothing, right? The 2, the 14, these are called hanging gates, the full channel, or you're going to have nothing. Please let us know. The 2 is the receptive. You need to receive first. Think about that. You need to know how to receive before you can move forward in direction. You need to receive. You need to be available for reception. Now, most of you with a defined sacral, anyone who's defined, you're a generator or a manifesting generator. And this, my friend, right out the gate is where you struggle the most. It's very hard for you to receive your first synchronicity in direction for many, many people. Now, many of you have been experimenting with this, you know this, and you've been doing this for a while, and you perhaps know how to wait. Most people are busy, 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 busy bees. Go, 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 go. Hustle, 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 hustle. They do not know how to receive direction. Now, this is so important if you're listening to this, if you're listening to the replay, anybody who's with me right now who does not have the 2 or the 14. Please type in the chat. Let us know. This is so important. That means that your direction has probably been influenced by outside forces. The direction of what you want to manifest, the direction of your career, the direction of your job, the direction of whether you want children, you want a family, your direction is unstable. Particularly if you do not know your human design. You're absorbing, amplifying, and oftentimes moving based on the outside world. Parents, friends, family, your inner circle, your husband, your wife, your partner, your children, the neutrino streams. Okay? If we cannot command our direction, it's chaos. How do you take control of your direction if you have an undefined 214? You need to understand how this operates, and you need to know your inner authority. So that was a huge question we asked in the homework. And by the way, the homework for today is this discussion. Direction. Is your direction coming from your inner authority? Do you have the 2 or the 14? Understanding direction is very important in manifesting anything. Now, my poor projectors who are undefined there. There's a distortion in all of the energy around how hard to work to achieve, to go somewhere, to make something happen. You see, this 214 is not just your basic channel. This is the foundation for the penta and the wa for every business operation. If there's no 214 in that business will have no financial power, skill, resources to launch from. But whoever is holding that direction is the force moving the collective forward to wherever that entity is going. So the penta is when you combine 3 people together. So when you have a business of 3 people or a family or any group of 3 people, you're creating a penta. Now, this energy of the 214 is the stability of the financial base. Now, what we know about human design is what this human design chart is telling us is that all of the archetypal energies of being human exist in this rave chart. You are going to have all of these experiences. Within all of these experiences, you have to understand what exists is a vibration of health. What exists is a vibration of wealth. There is struggle. There is not any murder. There is not any, there's struggle, but there's not horrific catastrophes. That's created by the mind. It's not our aligned human experience. Okay? So, what this means is that in your rave chart, you are either consistent in the energy because you're defined there, or you're taking it all in from the outside world. And then what do? You absorb and distort. Now, those of you with the 214, okay, you have direction. No one can influence your direction. Unfortunately, if you are not operating correctly as yourself, then that direction once again is getting pushed forward without reception first, without response, without understanding the highest perception of the gate 14, which is material possessions of the highest divine, are ultimately in God's hands. Instead, we have the limited perception of the mind controlling the direction. I have the energy, I have the direction, I have the focus. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No one can influence me, so I've got my foot on the gas, the gate 14. I got my hands on the wheel, and I'm woo, 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 woo. Go, 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 go. When I haven't really learned the truth, the spiritual awareness of this channel, which is to receive from a higher perspective beyond the mind, which you can only do when you have the ability to take something bigger in than your mental capacity. Which most people do not do. Do not do. So today, The focus is direction, is the sacral, defined or undefined. How has that affected you in your life? Are you clear on your direction, or is it something you think you want? Is it something your mom wants for you? You think you need to get that in order to look good to the outside world. You think it's going to make you happy when you get A, B, and C, but you haven't fully embodied the frequency of satisfaction, the frequency of success, because you got to embody that first. So with that said, what I'd love for everybody to do that is here live, and if you are listening to the recording, now is the time that we are going to open the ignition so that we can tap out of the mind and into the higher vibrational frequency of the passenger consciousness. I would like to put my music on, but like I said, we got dinged on Facebook, so we couldn't do music. So I'm going to try and make it really full of sound without music. So I would love for every single person that is here live right now to type in ready in the chat if you are ready for this ignition. And I would like for everyone to begin the process. To slow the mind down and come into this moment with me. This moment of stillness, this moment of power, this moment of alignment, this moment when we are all going to align to proper direction, because we are going to receive. Now, for everybody who is undefined here, you still need to receive first. If you are designed and defined here, you also need to receive. And it is not from the mind. The reception is from something far greater. In human design, we call this the witness, the passenger consciousness. We call this your alignment to truth. So I want you to feel that frequency for a moment and let it move through your body, because it's beyond the mind. The mind, the thinking, is beta consciousness, and what it does is it repeats. It's got problems all day long. It wakes up with the problem, and then it repeats. Oh, that's my life, that's my repeat, and it just cycles through. So it takes this level of attention, this level of focus, this level of inspiration to quiet that puppy. And that is the evolutionary stage that we are in right now, is evolving out of the mind and evolving into this higher level of awareness. It cannot be done through AI. It cannot be done through your phone, through your computer, through anything technology. It has to be done through the inner technology of quieting this mind and bringing in the higher dimensional frequencies, vibrations, and connections to the consciousness that is more intelligent than we are, and they are out there, but this is where you connect. So I want you to feel that wisdom coming in, and I want you to feel the alignment to direction. Those of you who are defined here, is about not letting anyone interfere with your direction. You are an individual. If you are defined here, this is an individual sense of direction that cannot be and should not be. And if you allow the interference of other people, you will be thrown off. This is a reminder that direction is not based from the mind. Direction is coming in. As you witness, you begin to get the synchronicities, something to respond to. Projectors are waiting for the recognition. Direction is personal. You must be available without your mind to receive inspiration. And I want you to feel that inspiration coming and ask yourself once again, am I headed in the right direction? Is there something more that needs to be birthed through my life? Is my direction being influenced with my undefined sacral by someone else? Be willing to be honest here. Be willing to be vulnerable. Now take a breath in with me. Bring your attention back here into the room, back here into the space. Go ahead and please type in one word in the chat that you received about your direction. Today, the homework is your share on your direction. Are you waiting for reception? Are you waiting for a new inspirational piece? Are you on the wrong path? Have you been inspired by other people? Are you here to give directions to others? That 214, you are here to be a leader. People come to you for inspiration on the direction. Now, there's so much I want to share with you about your charts. And we have 2 more days, next Monday and next Tuesday. And so some of you may be at the point where you want a reading, where you feel like, wow, this is very inspiring. I love human design, but I don't know if I want to go all the way down the rabbit hole and learn new things to study. I just want to have a reading and get the basics. Some of you are ready to learn how to read charts. Some of you are ready to go deeper into my classes through the level 1s and the level 2s and the level 3s and the level 4s. Some of you want to manifest something big in your life. So contemplate if any of these things are in alignment with your direction. Remember, you want to trust your inner authority. Remember that the most important thing to know about this path is that we are abundant beings. We have the money to invest in what we really need if our inner authority is giving us a yes. I know so many people have so many fears or worries about investing and getting the certifications and doing all these things. I really don't want this to be this. I really would like this experience of investing to be the most joyful experience for you. Because I know that for me, the greatest investment I made was in my education of myself. Believe me, I wish I knew this on all my investments that I've made. So I'm going to pick a winner for today, and I do want to pick somebody that is here live. I have picked the winner for yesterday, Katie Ullman, and we've already contacted her. She is going to be the chart that we're going to do for the reading next week, but I did say that I was going to pick someone every time we are live, and this person is going to receive, we're going to do actually 2 picks. So what I want you to do is, if you are entered into the drawing, this is going to be a honor system right now. Just put a 1 in the chat. That means you've commented, you've participated, you've shared, and I'm going to pick someone right now for Davidian is going to do a video for you as a free gift. And before we do that, I'm going to let you know that we have opened the door. The classes I'm going to tell you about next week. We're going to do 3 classes this year. We're going to do our level 1. We're going to do our rave cosmology. Some of you are asking about the dream rave, but I'm not going to do that yet. We're going to do the level 1, level 2, the rave cosmology, and then I'm opening a new experiment, which is called the money test. And it's going to be how to really turn on the wealth by design. And I mean, so that there is no worry about money. And that is going to be a whole new test. It's literally an experiment that I'm going to do with those people who are interested. And it's not going to be once a week. It's going to be like downloading and processing and focusing. And it's going to be freaking outstanding. So I will tell you more about that next week. Today, I want to open up the floor for Davidian's readings. He is offering a 10-minute pre-recorded reading. Davidian, are you there to put in your links? A 10-minute pre-recorded reading. He has a 30-minute pre-recorded reading, and then if you want a live 1-hour human design one-on-one guidance with Davidian, he has links for those too. And I think we opened up 10 spots. So that is going to be available for anyone who wants it. Next week, I will tell you more about the classes that we have. We're going to do Monday and Tuesday. You need to be part of it, Rachel. I know, right? It's like this has, I mean, I cannot tell you how many people online are teaching about money manifestation that I love. I love the spiritual. But if you don't know the human design, so I really want to do like all of the journaling, all of the wounding, all of the history you have around money, and what happens if we use all of the manifestation skills and tools, and I'm talking each morning, and we flip on by design. I know for a fact, had I known I was a projector, I would not have been in such a crazy roller coaster ride my whole life. And yesterday, as I was sharing my story, I had never told anybody about this investment. And I couldn't believe that I could actually share it without any of the heartache and the pain. It was so devastating at the time. And I realized, wow, done so much healing. And the healing is really important, to learn how to do the process we did yesterday, which is to really feel the resistance, to feel the blocks, and learn how to heal and learn how to release and learn how to accept where you are while still visioning anew. So it's going to be really powerful, and we're going to start that next week, okay? So if you guys are listening live, Davidian has put in the foxy5d.com under products, his 10-minute personalized human design reading. He's got the 30-minute session, and he's got a 60-minute session. And then, so I see some people are asking, Barbara says, it's time I had an HD reading, right? So for those of you who, some of you just want readings and some of you are ready to study. And so that's what we're kind of dividing this up right now for today. And if you're on any other platform and we can't see your chat right now, first, I want to apologize. Second, I want to let you know that we will, that anywhere you email us. So also, if you could put the support at raquelreina.com in the chat. You ready to study? Yeah. So excited. Okay, so let's first just, here's the thing. What I'd like for you guys to do is just be available for the possibility that new wealth can come in, and be available. It's, if you can't afford it right now, be open to the possibility of the, of things beginning to shift. Because here's the thing, there was times for sure that I couldn't afford it, and that's why I showed up to play full out in free things like this. You have, if you can't afford it, here's where you go next. Are you a mutant? This is step-by-step guidance. It's $20. That's why we create these 4-day challenges. And for those of you who are ready to play on a bigger stage and who are ready to really step into your wealth and never, ever have money be an issue again, you're ready to do these experiments to really align to new levels. This is where I'm going to take you. And the investment should be fun and feel amazing, because it's just energy. And when we're exchanging and we're growing and we're investing in ourselves, transformation happens. I cannot even tell you what happened as I began this journey. I was sitting in a corporate career thinking, I'm never going to get out of this. Waking up in the drudgery for a decade, praying. And every time I go to start my business, I'm hustling. I'm trying to get out. Then trying all these things, nothing freaking worked for me. And it's so counterintuitive. Oh, wait for the recognition. Hold back. Don't do anything. Study, meditate. You're going to be guided in recognition. It's like, what? No, you don't understand. I'm in debt, $100,000 in debt. Everything's failed with me. I can't do this career. I'm burned out. I can't friggin' sit around and wait. Are you crazy? So for me, it took a full year before I could actually live my design, at least maybe 2. I was like, well, I'm going to study this stuff, but I'm still going to try and create my business because oh, thank you, Tara. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Rachel says, I'm one of those people who hear everyone's stories about gaining and losing, and oh, I was wealthy, but I lost it, or I didn't appreciate it, or I still wasn't happy. And here I am thinking, what the hell? I've never had enough for my bills. I wouldn't be so different. All whilst knowing it's just the wounds. Yes. But anyways, my point is, I'm ready to be open. I'm ready to burst through these blocks and experiment. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Here's the thing. Okay. I was thinking about this the other day. before I met Davidian, all I wanted was, before I met Davidian, I was in corporate America. I was making a good amount of money, but I was burned out. I was frazzled, and I wanted my soulmate so bad. And I knew I was designed for greater love, greater purpose. I wanted to do something that inspired me. I liked my career, but I had reached a peak level. And I was recently outside on our patio drinking my tea and visioning the next level of my business growth, while at the same time realizing this was what I dreamed of when I was in corporate. All I dreamed of was to be with my partner, doing my business, waking up with my partner, drinking our tea together and our coffee, and just, having our beauty and our spiritual connection. And I'm going to make myself cry because I'm just so grateful for my life and for what I have now and how I've manifested. Yes, do I want to bring in the bigger vision? Yes. Sometimes do I forget that, I've manifested all of this? Am I the same person? Yes. But I do feel different, and because I struggled for so long, I really appreciate everything I have now. So there is a journey out. There is a journey to really manifesting what you want slowly. And it took a long time, my projector. Slowly but surely we can manifest. Now, I'm going to look for everybody and I'm going to give away one of Davidian's videos that he's doing, if you want to tell them what it is. All right, here we go. I'm going to randomly choose someone. Carrie Fox. So I just randomly went down like this. And normally what I do is my Excel spreadsheet, but it's random anyways. And I really wanted somebody who was here live. So Carrie Fox, you are the winner. And I know you're here so we can celebrate you. All right. So did you guys get your homework for today? You're going to be talking about the 2, the 14, whether you're defined or undefined in the sacral, your direction. Okay. And right now we have, yay, Carrie. All right. So you need to reach out to us. You're going to get one of Davidian's videos. So I want to talk a little bit about the Davidian's work, because we've opened up his links. He is different from me. He's very good at bringing forward what he calls shadow poking. He looks at all the aspects, and then he also does the video imagery for, if you get the 30-minute, I'm sorry, the 10-minute or the 30-minute, these are pre-recorded videos of your chart. So congratulations, Carrie. Davidian is going to make you a 5-minute video, I believe, and it's going to be so fun. You're going to love it. So that's what we have for you guys today. How was your Big Vision Envision Day 2? Thank you guys for being here live. I can't believe how many people we had. It's so awesome. That means you guys are committing to your own personal growth and development. And for people who are like, I need to really commit to this free challenge because this is what I need, then you can listen to the recording from yesterday. I promise you, if you keep doing those exercises, new potentials will open up. New doorways will open for you. They will, no matter how dark. I've been there. Okay. Yes, I told you about an investment loss, but my first breakdown financially, I was completely homeless. I had no money in the bank. I had $50. I got my car in my Miata. It was a 2-seater, and I had to sleep in my car. Okay. And I have been totally at the bottom. So wherever you have been, I'm not saying wherever you've been, okay, but I've been a lot of dark places. And I do know that you can find your way out if you get out of your mind and you call upon that wisdom. You'll get the reception, which means you will get either the recognition if you're a projector, or you will get the synchronicity, or if you're a manifester, you will get the wisdom of where to initiate, right? Because our nature is to have what we need. The only thing blocking you is your mind. Your mind is blocking you from living the truth of human existence, which is health and wealth. It is that alignment. That is our spiritual divine birthright as a human being on the planet right now. And I feel so strongly about this that I want to cry, because I know the missing piece in all of the manifestation tips and tools that everyone's giving is the human design piece. And I know what's missing in the human design piece is you've got to heal the wounds sometimes with spiritual psychology, spiritual healing, loving your wounds and the failures and turning them into lessons. That's our journey. I love you guys so much. Smell the next book. All right, you guys. So listen, we are going to meet back here Monday. I believe it's the 29th at 3:33. So you have the rest of the week off. You can re-listen to yesterday. Don't forget to go back into the Facebook group, post about your experience today. We're talking several things. Define, undefine, sacral, whether you have a 214 or you don't. I want you to comment about that. Please go do that now. Please go do that now. And do not forget that this is our offer for today, Davidian's readings. Once they're full, they're full. He's only doing 10. I think he said 10. Once they're full, they're full. If you need the link, you can put the link. Honey, Kelly, Sheila, I love you guys. Look at all the hearts. So fun. Mwah. Oh my God, that was, oh my God. What? Did you guys see that? Oh my God. Hearts coming out of my face. Oh my God. How crazy is that? All right. I'll see you guys next week. Mwah. I love you guys.